Welcome to the stream. My name is Kyle Culver, Gaming is Diabetic Gamer, and we are looking at Supersensory. Give us just a few minutes. I have a few more things I'd like to attend to, and then we'll get started with this very in-depth emotional demo. All right, I'm going to get this out there on the social medias. Give me just a second here. I was editing something. And now the cat wants in. All right, yeah, let's do that. Okay, cool. From here, we're going to post this on Twitter. Checking for spelling, because spelling's important. I'll tweet that. Cool. Yeah, a few other spots to post this. Here. There. And let's see. I think that'll do it. Let's just keep Twitter open just in case. All right, looks like our Reddit post is now up and going. We're gonna add that to the commands. Ooh, let's do maybe a bit.ly link because that's humongous. Let's pull up. There we go. Control V, right button, submit that. Okay. Delete that. Every time I click out of the game, it just disappears from me. That's okay. More clicking. Oh, no, I hit it. There we go. Okay, one more here. Let's see. Okay. Pretty much there. Pretty much there. There we go. Yay! Raven's here, Violus is here, Carsman is here. Carsman, you're in for a treat. We're doing something different right now. Oh, you know what? I'll have to look at my phone for Twitter. For now. There we go. You couldn't find Movie Maker. You do have to download it, but it should be free. If you go to like the Windows store, you just search for Windows Movie Maker, and it should pop up. They have a Windows 10 version now. I just looked it up. I know it exists. I haven't actually opened the application myself, but I'm pretty sure if it's anything like it was before, it should give you at least the starting tools for editing videos and whatnot. I used it for a time back when I first started editing videos. That and iMovie and some early version of Premiere Pro before the CS suites. Is that it? I don't know. Let's check. Let's take a look here. A look-see. Movie Maker free. Vet apps? Maybe. I don't see a. Hold on a second. It's developed by V3 Apps, so probably not. I don't know. That's confusing. Let's search for Windows Movie Maker. That might be it, actually. Oh, there are quite a few of them on here. Movie Maker, free video editor, slideshow maker, video trimmer, cutter, merger, learn Windows Movie Maker, movie composer and video editor. Oh, that's nice. Halloween effects video editor. Oh, they got something for everything. I'm gonna take a look at one of these here. Yeah, so I think the one you linked to, I think that might be it. It looks legit. Yeah, go ahead and try that out. I'm just staring at it now. I'm trying to figure it out. It looks so different. Everything looks so different. Okay, back to getting ready, I suppose. Let me here. Legasp. All right. This was very impromptu. I don't normally jump into streaming like this. I had to set a few things up and kind of get prepared. But if Violus or Raven or let's see who else, or Alex if he's still around, or Too Soon if you guys want to jump into the public phone booth in my Discord, I can just drag you into the exclusive voices. If you don't want to talk, that's fine. You can just stick to the chat, that's fine. No, I say try the first link, Carsman. Try the first link, see how that feels. Let's jump into this. So for those of you who are unaware or who are completely confused, this game is part of a contest that's being run on the Waking Titan ARG, and if you don't know what that is, I believe I have a command for that. It's exclamation mark WT, I think. Actually have to look at these things now. You know, if I had my bot pull this up. Maybe not WT. Maybe it is literally Waking Titan. Did I spell that right? Yeah, I did. Okay, so Waking Titan is an alternate reality game. I have an entire playlist dedicated to recaps of what is going on. And we're in season 2 right now of Waking Titan, and the story has come up with a headset that uses your brain as a computing power source to create a virtual reality within your dreams. So kind of like lucid dreaming, but you're able to play games, interact with other people, and use your entire sensory that the human host can. So it's like living real life. So Where has a website, and they say it's basically life itself, which is exciting. They put up a contest for indie developers to win a dev kit. Augmented lucid dreaming. Oh, definitely. What's up, Leon? How you doing? Welcome back. Back? Have you ever been here? Can't remember. It's been a while. So yeah, augmented lucid dreaming basically. And we created a studio called Spectrumental. That definitely has a command. Throw that in there. There we go. Always around summer. Leon's part of the modding community, among other things. Anyway, where was I? Spectrumental. In our history, our fictional history, we have made a few other games, but now we're kind of up in the ante and trying to develop something for the Wear device. And this is Supersensory. It is the idea of pulling your emotions into the gameplay. So thinking with your emotions and using your brain power to feel your way around the game to achieve certain goals and whatnot. And this is the demo. So keep that in mind. The scope of the idea of the whole thing is massive. It's huge. It's impossible, really, because it's science fiction, right? But we're moving forward with this idea that it is possible, because that's what Waking Titan is. That's what Where is. I keep going back to thinking Where keeps saying it's life itself. Kind of scary, but kind of cool at the same time. Well, that's all right. I mean, I don't think I tweeted too much about it. I only uploaded the trailer for it on my channel. That was about it. But now you know. Top 10. So that's where we're at right now. So we're in the top 10 of some of the games that have an opportunity to get a dev kit. And we don't know what the dev kit is per se, but the voting process has started and goes until next Friday. So if you like what you see, go vote. You can also check out some of the other top 10 entries, which I think, let's see here. There goes another command. Yeah. Where vote, and then the other one was where. something or another. Anywho, let's jump in. If you guys have any questions about the game itself, Raven, Galactic Raven, who's in the chat right now, developed the game, put it together, built it. So if you have questions or, I don't know, comments, if you want to tell her it looks amazing or it is amazing, tag her, let her know. Looks like Violet is here as well. She's the managing director. Looks like Too Soon is here, so pull him down. Too soon for now. Do I have you naturally muted, or are you muted yourself? I can give you a second. Yeah, no, I can't hear him either. He's muted. Muted himself. That's not me. I didn't mute him. The music also was made by Raven. Just an all-in-one game maker here, and this is this the first game you've ever made, Raven? Because you keep going at it. Updates keep flying out. Too soon. Nope.
Yeah, man.
There we go. What's up, dude? How you doing?
Doing all right. I think I may be introducing some sort of audio loop into your stream.
Oh yeah? Oh, it's probably because I have you open on my other end. Here we go. Okay, that should do it. Literal echo, literal mirror.
So here's a test.
Yeah. Oh, like your voice test? Or you were going to ask me a question? I was waiting.
I was testing this loop thing, and I'm still experiencing it.
Yeah? Oh, man.
Probably because I got the Twitch stream up too, and I'm also in the Discord chat.
Do you have Twitch muted?
Well, I do now.
There you go. There's your echo. There's your loop.
But I was enjoying the music, you know, like I was enjoying the ambiance.
Totally. I think it's one of those games where it's an emotional experience, and the music kind of adds to that.
Yeah, completely agree.
So Too Soon is the writer for this game and for Spectrumental as a whole, part of the 5-man team at Spectrumental. Too Soon, can you tell us, do you mind, is it okay if I call you Too Soon? Do you prefer something else?
No, that's fine. It's great.
What kind of background do you have? Because I know you talked about writing as well, but is that something you do full time or elsewhere?
Long ago, in a previous life, I was a radio, TV, film student at EW Oshkosh in Wisconsin.
Oshkosh, I recognize that name.
And So I've done creative writing throughout, my whole life. That was set 18 years ago. But I'm a student of film and television, and I'm really interested in how narratives are created, and like how what the structure is to make a story compelling.
Mm-hmm.
And I came across the word of Joseph Campbell through the work of Dan Harmon, the creator of Rick and Morty. You're probably familiar with.
Oh, absolutely.
But he developed this notion called the story circle that takes you through the narrative path. And I used a lot of references to his writing, his creation of this story circle idea to create the over the overarch for the whole story. And in the demo here, you're only seeing one small phase of the whole story that we got planned out. So
And yeah, we'll be hitting up some of the story items as we go along the game here. And you talk about structure. What was some of the structure you approached this game for? I know we can start with the whole light and darkness theme that we've got going on.
well, sure. That I mean, the inspiration for the story really came from the work of Goethe. He was a
Goethe.
German. He was a German philosopher and poet, and he wrote a theory in the 1800s called. He wrote a book called the Theory of Color, and he said that Newton didn't go far enough in his attempts to describe what color is. Newton tended to describe it as a purely physical phenomenon. And Goethe said, well, no, it's not really accurate. There's a lot more to the phenomenon of seeing color. And, the ancient Greeks thought that vision was a result of having fire inside of your eyes, some sort of fire or luminance that's projected out of the eyes and bounces off of things and comes back. And so that's kind of where the idea here is that you think a color and it influences the environment.
Mm-hmm. And the game is clearly full of color.
Yeah, that's emotion. Emotion is synonymous with color in our universe here that we've created.
Do you want to go through sort of the spectrum of emotions that we have? I don't know, just kind of, I don't know, primaries, secondaries?
Well, that could be a little game breaking.
Yeah.
But I can tell you about what Goethe said about color and how it resulted from that he was experimenting with prisms, and he found that the spectrum of light that was projected by the prism, if it's projected on a light surface, you'd get a different spectrum than you'd get as compared to it being projected on a dark surface.
Mm-hmm.
And so he developed this idea of there being a light spectrum and a dark spectrum, and colors are shared between the spectrums, but there's key differences and opposites. Um, and I can provide links to the book and some of the people who have studied the phenomenon of color throughout, Hellenistic art, like the use of color and what they symbolize as far as emotions
Mm-hmm.
are concerned. Like what are the symbolic meanings of different colors?
Let me boost your audio for a second here. I accidentally started to shut down my computer a second ago before I started streaming, so it closed all my windows. So now I have to do a little bit of technical stuff here. Give me a second. Okay, let's try that. So we're really jumping into sort of the emotional state visually by using these colors, and also pushing the story in the same respect by that philosophy. Um, is that something that has already influenced your work previously, or was that just kind of like a test thing that you've always wanted to try as a writer?
Well, themes of light and darkness are pretty prolific as far as storytelling is concerned. I mean, it's everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But the what got me onto this idea was when and you forgive me, but when Violaci, um, if I've mispronounced that, I apologize. But when she pitched this idea about these separated lovers, and how you know the how the game mechanics were kind of shaping up with the use of color. I mean, we according to the rules in the 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 guidelines of the game, that they were looking for a really highly emotional experience and a very colorful experience, something that was very evocative, was how she described it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started reading about color, and I started I
Putting some research into it.
yeah, I found this work by Goethe, and started reading some of his poetry about. I mean, he's a pretty excellent writer. If you can just easily Google some of his work, maybe you'll. In any case, so that really influenced how I filled out the outline according to Dan Harmon's story circle on how to structure this story. I mean, game making is storytelling, you know.
Yeah, there's so much depth that goes into the entertainment aspect, the different kind of elements that are fused together with gaming in general. Adding emotion to it is just like that's like next level, you know. Once you
Yeah,
figure that out, it's over.
and the thing about this hardware that we're supposedly developing for it would allow emotion itself to be not only the input but the output to the game. So conceptually, if you wanted to generate red, you would feel anger, and that would project red out of your eyes. Or if you see a color, see blue for instance, and you go into that color, and you would actually feel sad physically, because that's something that the wearer hardware can actually evoke in you, you know.
And I'm noticing, just kind of going through the game here, that I'm emitting some sort of a light, I don't know, a pink kind of hue that seems to be changing to green, or maybe I'm thinking that, I don't know. But it's fantastic, these little environments that that Raven has put together, all these rooms and whatnot, all have some sort of reflective light to me.
Yeah, her work is incredible on this game. I mean, I'm blown away every time I do. You know, she releases a new build, and I'm like, oh my god, it's so good.
I think I've reached number 24 now. This is the 24 iteration, and it's still blowing me away. Let's see. I think Mel was asking, what is she even looking at? It looks like Violus got to the answer, so thank you, new moderator Violus. And for those of you who are curious, I ran into... I didn't know this was here. I honestly didn't know this was here. This is my first time playing this iteration, and there's an atlas in this little section of the corridor. I had no idea. There are supposedly 2 more of them, so that's something to look forward to. You guys can play this as well. There's looks like I saw another one back there too. The demo is available on the website, spectrumental.net. Pretty sure there's a command for that as well. Have you played this iteration too soon?
I haven't yet. I'm watching it now, and it looks so good. I'm on a Mac, so.
Oh, that's right.
We're working really hard to get a Mac OS X version of the demo out. We just need to do bug testing. We haven't our design cycle is a little slower on that, but it'll be there. It'll be there.
And that's why we call it a demo. Leon thinks this reminds him of a bit of touch of The Void.
Yeah, I was thinking about that as I was writing. I was hoping I wasn't getting too close to that story, because that gives. I mean, the idea of The Void was a lot different. It was about choosing which color, choosing which princess and which castle to save. Mm-hmm. And that's really not the focus of this game. This is about two people who, through their own choices, are separated and are trying to get back together, at least at this stage in the game.
Right. So in this demo, I feel like it's sort of a small part of what the story could be, or what the story may end up being in the final Ware release, because we are also introducing the whole procedural elements to the story and characters and emotional aspects of the game, and which will drive the story in all kinds of ways. Because like you said, the whole light versus dark thing is a very common theme in tons of stories.
Yeah, it is.
I'm coming up on
it's probably right. I would go so far to say is that is the theme of every story. That struggle between X and Y, struggle between light and dark. Or, I mean, if you get overly reductive, you could find that comparison everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you're absolutely right on that. Introducing the first part of our story here. Oh, I was about to say it first. In the beginning, you see, I should read this very dramatically. I gotta get a drink of water here first.
Well, I can't wait. Drink faster.
Yeah, because I do see some of my overlays kind of covering up some of the dialogue, so might as well read it, right?
Sure.
In the beginning, you see, darkness was the only light. From every corner of the universe, the lights of dying stars flooded the sensory. Shade looked on with patience, knowing that each pinprick would flash with glorious illumination from before fading. As a light body, Shade knew these events were long in the past, separated by millions of years from the present. Yet there stood Lumen, a mere pittance of the distance. Oh my god. A mere pittance, the distance, and just as luminous. Shade resolved to strike up a conversation. "Do you see it?" asked Shade. "I see nothing," replied Lumen. "It is our universe," said Shade. "It fills us with glorious purpose. It informs our mortality." "Nonsense," said Lumen. "We are eternal." The Shade knew that Lumen's falsity had the ring of truth. For every speck that had burst, another multitude had taken its place. "Let's make us a place," said Shade. "It began in darkness, for that is the way of things." So true, too. You think about birth, it all starts in darkness.
Yeah, that's true. I've never heard it read out loud before. That was really good, dude. Thank you.
Coming up on some more. Good, I'm glad, Mel. "So the lands were made, and the waters, but they were devoid of life. And Shade said, 'Do you now see, Lumen?' And Lumen replied, 'See what? I see nothing. It is far too dark.' 'Abide thee,' For I am not prepared, Shade implored. But it was too late. Lumen had desired to see, and the blinding light came upon the land. Shade recoiled in pain. Please, pleaded Shade. Shade, whispered Lumen. A beat passed before a single spig of green sprouted from the land, followed by a verdant monsoon of color from the horizon to horizon. A single stout trunk of oak leapt from the ground, casting deep shadows from its sprawling canopy. Shade found refuge in its contrast. Are you hurt? Asked Lumen. Ever the worse for wear, I'm afraid, did Shade quip wearily. It's good to see you too. The imagery that comes with this is just fantastic. I can picture all of this in my head, and I think I even made a comment in our group discussion that I just want to create a film based on this story. It's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, thanks. I envision this as like, I mean, we're playing as character Lumen right now, and we're going through the beginning stages of this demo, this game, and it's just kind of expository at this point, and just kind of catching you up, getting you. They're like flashes of memory, and perhaps the display or how we present this information may change to make it a little more free flowing, so you're not stopping and reading. And that's something we're sort of focused on to try to increase the pace.
Yeah. I feel like either way, if people want to read it, they can, and if they don't, they can just move forward. And
yeah, that's true.
And Raven did a fantastic job of making sure that there is some interesting aspects to the game to fill up your fun or whatever you want to do in the game, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I've said she's done an amazing job.
Yeah, she's agreeing. Exactly. Mel says this reminds her of an Asimov short story. Do you draw any inspiration from Asimov? Yeah.
Well, I've read Asimov, of course, but I mean, I'd be interested to know which one. I don't know what they're referring to.
That's a good point, Leon. At the moment, yeah. I mean, the demo is open for everyone, so if you just want to run around and wreak havoc, you can. Next story item. Many seconds, or perhaps years, followed, showing the lands populated with a great copses? How do you say that?
I say in my head copses. Great copses of trees of every kind. The land was separated between light and darkness most equitably, and also most statically. There was heard one day a revelation. A moon! There shall be a moon. A moon, replied Lumen. Yes, a dancing shadow across the land, insisted Shade. But what of the trees? Lumen queried. Forget the damn trees. All they do is stand still. I wish for a shadow which dances across the land. Language, chided Lumen. Shade scowled at Lumen's pedantic sensibilities. Now the overlays are in my way.
Oh, okay. Got lost there for a second. You suffer blindness in my shade. I suffer agony in your light. You may pass where I cringe. A dancing shadow will allow me to pass where before I could hurl. I could curl. Not hurl. I shall have a moon, declared Shade. So again, the idea that Shade is on the moon.
Well, it was Shade that created the moon. I mean, Lumen basically created the land, or whatever planet they're on. But the moon is Shade's domain. Like it was their idea. They created it.
Because
They
they
haven't
couldn't
gone there.
possibly be together because you can't have light survive when there's darkness and vice versa.
Well, we'll see.
Violet likes your reading. You should read more.
I don't know. I'll go to the Discord where I've got it all out. So where were we at?
Right after the idea of the moon.
So are we at the text yet? Let me know when we're at the text.
I'll let you know. Going back to chat here. While I think of these colors. Leon says the look and narrative reminds a bunch of the final stage of Res, as well as some of Entwined. I don't think I recognize those.
I played Res, but I don't know what Entwined is.
Ooh, there's a random one right there. What's going on there? Also, the words flying around is it's a nice addition to. It's not so much kind of feeding you this idea of what you need to feel, but it's kind of like here are some emotions you should break down, and you destroy it and absorb it.
See, I imagine these are a representation of what the player would be feeling while playing it in Where, you know.
Oh yeah. So again, going along that demo aspect of this, you probably won't even see the words in the actual release because Where would translate that into actual emotions. Yeah.
Right. That's my thinking too.
Yeah. Carsman, it is a cool game. I like this long corridor. For a long while, I was kind of hesitant about it because I was like, God, I just want to get to the end. But at the same time, it kind of offers up that moment of thought. I get to these points in games or stories in general where I just got to stop for a second and think and like kind of absorb everything in and then continue. And I think that's very representative of all that.
Yeah, it opens you, it causes you to reflect on like, what is this tunnel? Where am I? Why am I going through this tunnel? Am I still going the right direction? Like, did I get turned around at some point? And I think that's where like the doubt and the fear enter in, and like, you know what I mean? Like, it's there's only two paths, and one of them is totally wrong. You know?
Yeah. Entwined is hard to describe. I recommend looking it up. It's a PS4 game. Couldn't recall it's cross-platform or not. Okay. Oh man, here we go. All right, next dialogue.
All right, I'm ready.
Go for it.
And a moon there was, a great stony sphere casting long swaths of shadow with its drift through the heavens. And for a time it was enough, for shade would walk freely in its lee, and Lumen could see clearly next to its totality, and in the limb they found happiness. But for the matter of the stars, Lumen, the sky, the constant blue, for a moment I saw something. Shade, you've spoken of this vision, described it in exquisite detail, but you must know I can never see it. Well, I think that it is you, or what you were, or what you may become, and the spaces between. I think they are me. I think my vision speaks to our destiny, where we are mixed. Can you see it? I've told you, and you know this, Shade, I'm blind in your darkness. What would you have me do? Pretend to see something I can never see? But you could see, maybe in the twilight, in the half-light. Maybe you could see it. Lumen, split the day. Make for us a time of darkness, and on the cusp, I want you to try and see. If I can't see it in the limb of your moon, why would it work on the cusp of your
Oh,
night?
you move on to the next
We
one.
are not the same, Shade. Whoops. Did I go too far?
A little too far, yeah. It's all good. I got more fear to break down. Here we go. Oh, there's more atmosphere. I didn't... So many changes in each iteration. That's good, though. That's really good. Is this a bug report?
Hey Kyle, you're gonna have to do this last one. I gotta run. I gotta go see Infinity War.
Right, yeah. I was kind of wondering when you were going to go. Not that I wanted you to, but...
Well, I wish I could be in two places at once. But,
Why not? Why can't... You know what? Forget it. We're not doing this anymore. Goodbye. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh wow.
All right, man. Well, thank you so much for jumping in and chatting a little bit about the story and the game and everything. It's great to finally hear your voice.
Well, thanks for having me. It was fun. Thanks for letting me read a little bit. Thanks for helping to share the vision with everybody. I'm really excited. I'm really happy to be a finalist in this contest.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great. But I'd love to do it again. If we can do this again, I'd come again. This is easy.
Yeah, well, I'll definitely let you know. You have fun with Infinity War.
Hey, thanks a lot, man. Take it easy.
All right, later.
Bye.
All right. That was Too Soon for Now. He is the writer for Supersensory. He was part of our 5-man group of Spectrumental that reached the top 10 finalists for winning a Wear dev kit. Violus, because I know you can you share with everybody the links to spectrumental.net where they can vote where? And that motorcycle was very excited to be on the stream as well. Oh, I can use the cam mode, can't I? I completely forgot about that. I'll jump into that when we're done with the story. Let's see. If I can't see it in the limb of your moon, why would it work on the cusp of your night? We're not the same, Shade. You see things that I will never see, but I see things too. The difference is I don't burden you with the knowledge of things you can never witness. I'm a burden? Lumen, sometimes you are. You have an insatiable lust for the impossible, Shade. Where will it end? Say we split the day and create your night. Will it make me any less blind? How many times do we have to go through this? These stars, they mean nothing to me. Lumen, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to burden you. What do you see? Nothing. Forget it. Forget I said it. It was pretty and it was petty and pointless. You are the most important person to me. You are all I know. You've been hiding this from me for all of these, I don't know, decades, minutes? What have you seen? What do you think it means? It means nothing. Just an after image. Hypnogenic illusions. Well, tell me about it. I saw death, Shade. Our death. Not a still death, but a roiling one. One where there is no light and no dark. Only void. Nothing. Spectrum motor? Did I miss something? Oh, the motorcycle. I gotcha. Oh, there you go. Where vote? Yep. One more piece of the puzzle. Oh. And this is what happens when we mix shade. We're fine on the periphery. Periphery? God, is some of these words, I swear. It's not him, it's me. We're fine on the periphery? In the limb of your moon. But we can come no closer. I was wrong, in part. We are eternal, but only eternally apart. A long silence. Shade, say something. I will. I shouldn't have said anything. Go. A pause. What? This is your land, Lumen. Everything you've created here depends on you. Don't say that. It's my own refuge now. If my existence could lead to your destruction, then I want no part of it. Stop. No, I'm going to my moon. I love you. Shade. Silence. Shade! What once were verdant hills were swept with a blight as a sky darkened to eternal twilight. Lumen, half blind, gazed up at the Shade's moon, shrouded in darkness. Suddenly, a pinprick of light appeared, then another, and another, until the entire sky was a sea of gleaming jewels, and Lumen wept. You want to talk about emotion? I mean, it doesn't get more real than that. Light versus dark, never being able to be together to experience one another. Dude, Cat's got emotions to barge herself in here. Periphery. Periphery? Periphery? Periphery. English. What is reading out loud? To the moon, yes. Go to the moon. So close. Yet so far. So there you go. That's the game. The demo. It's not the actual game, right? We'll let Ware decide if we actually, it's the community. We'll let the community decide if they want this to become Ware. Deep. Too soon. Punny. Yeah, let's talk about the credits once again, because it cannot be said enough that this team has been phenomenal from the get-go. When Vilas approached me about joining this team, I was first kind of like, yeah, sure, okay, I could throw a graphic here and there, whatever, no big deal. And then they started sharing ideas, and I was like, oh crap, like I need to get on my game about this. But I didn't really have to worry about it too much because I was inspired by some of the ideas being pushed out. Some of Too Soon's story writing, Violus's beginning thoughts and ideas, and then of course Raven's genius in creating things and thinking of mechanics, and then Alex's endless ideas of everything else, and the help with the website and whatnot, to the point where I was like, okay, I suddenly was inspired and I had some ideas that I was like, hey, a trailer, like a video, because that's what I do. I make videos, and I hit the first shot I thought of was the last shot of the trailer, and it just kind of was like, it just struck, and I was like, yes, this is gonna happen. It's gonna be great. I have this really bad mentality where if I start something and I know it's not going to be good, or at least it's not going to hit my standards of quality, I'm probably not going to continue it. So I kind of had that fear jumping into this group. But after the first day of the group talking and chatting, I was like, no, I got something. I got something good. And a lot of people liked it, so that's good. Galactic Raven is actually, let's pull up the website. Why not? Get a better looking idea to it, because here we go. Oh my god, now she's like, hey! She's like, hold on a second. BRP. She is so social, it's ridiculous. Okay. Sorry, guys. Galactic Raven is the lead developer. She's the one that created the game. She created the music. She created all the mechanics and everything. I mean, what else can you say? It's just brilliance. Vilas is the managing director. Directing manager. Managing director. That makes more sense. Yeah. Too Soon was the lead writer. He was just on to talk. And then Alex is our IT specialist who he kind of touched on everything, didn't he? He had some great, everybody had great suggestions. Alex kept going with the ideas. So yeah, that's Spectrumental, and we just played Supersymmetry. Supersymmetry. Oh my god. I keep going back to season 1 of Waking Titan, to that one song, Supersymmetry. Supersensory. You know, Supermoto, whatever. What? Meowing at me? She's still working on jumping. Can't jump into high areas. Not like our other cat, not like her sister. Alright, well, whatever. So for those of you who are curious, you can play this game. There's a demo available on the website. You go to the Supersensory page. There is a download link and the trailer. The download link to play the demo. We threw that up on itch.io. Girl, what you want? If you're gonna come up here. This is why I lock them out of my office when I stream. They just want attention, only attention. So Raven, Vilas, anybody else who can speak into this, if you have any other thoughts or ideas, or perhaps if anybody has any questions, I know they'll be able to at least help with an answer. Vilas has been doing a fantastic job of helping me already, and I think I haven't. I thought I made you a mod, but it doesn't look like you have an icon next to your name. Is that just me, or? Oh! I hit up the wrong Vilas. Oh my god. Your O is a 0. There we go. Now I'm going to have to unmod that random. There we go. Okay. Okay. And you have like 5 different Twitters, don't you? I love the requirements to play the game. Your brain has to be human. with a glial cell of neuron ratio of more than 50:1. Very, very important. Chemical compositions and balancing really matters when you're putting on the Wear headset to play our game. It's super important. Your mind has to be a spatial end space 2 or better. Nothing lower. Your memory has to have a 10 kmeme hours or better, and I bet that's most of us here. Oh yeah, the website was also written by Too Soon, or the requirements anyway. I know, Violet, you had a hand in writing some of the website, right? This cat's gonna be the end of me. It's gonna be the end of my streaming career. Your vision has to have a tetrachromatic spectrum. I find that creative. Nice little connection to the Waking Titan geometry that they've been using in the ARG. Age 12 plus, I think that's too low. Honestly, that's just me. Oh, there she goes. She jumped and she made it. You made it, girl. You made it. Now you can't chew that. That's no. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my cat. This is Mixed Calico Cider. And she just wants all the attention right. You can see her butt pretty clearly, huh? Come here. What are you doing? She's huge. She's like barely over a year. Okay. I'll give you a little space to stand there. No stimulant intake 2 hours before playing. It's become a kitty stream now. She needs attention. She needs it. Alice did write some of the website. Good. And Alex was the one that set up the domain. I'm really surprised we got something after we decided on a name. I think Viola's threw in some word mixes into a website, and spectrum and like mental or mentality or something were mixed together to make Spectrumental. And we all loved it. And it wasn't until after we decided on the name we got the domain name. My kitty! That's ironic. I've got my cat on my lap right now. Thank you for the follow.
Thank you. Welcome to the simulation.
I think I scared her. What? You're good. You're fine. I'm still human. Yeah, what's up? What's going on, my kitty? Welcome to the stream where we were just going over the Spectrumental website. Just after playing the demo of Supersensory, which is on the screen right now. You can check that out if you want. The demo is free to download, and it's only a slice of the scope of the game that we want to build with the Wear device. Oh my god. Jeez, like no, you can't eat that. Yeah, I definitely thought it would have been taken. What? This cat, I swear. Now she's eating my zipper. Cats never leave. She's full. She's just so hypersensitive right now. Every little pet, she's purring her little heart out. Honestly, I haven't given her too much attention today because she's been sleeping in my closet. So this is all on you. This is your fault. You don't normally sleep that long. Oh, yeah. You're totally distracting me right now. Well, I gotta say, I'm not too sure what else to show here. Do you guys have any ideas on what else you'd like to see or hear about? We could play the trailer. You could play it yourself, along with the demo. I have no idea. Go to the homepage here. Here we go. Other games. Tried to create some sort of history for Spectrumental. And then the Spectrumental games at 1440, do not send us 420 an email. What are you doing? Oh god, she's like pressing my keyboard now. Okay, well if you go that way, you can't bite my headphones, okay? Let's go ahead and play the trailer. I can't go full screen. Hey, I recognize that guy. God, the volume is
Rated D for Dreams.
volume is pretty intense in my headphones right now. Did this open a new one? I think it did. Yep. Watch it. Now her tail's everywhere. Lit. It's too good. Violet's had a trailer. Are we gonna be seeing that? Did I just drop a secret? McKitty, thank you. I appreciate that. God, she's like in sensory heaven right now. Pet, pet. I'm at a loss now. I'm not quite sure how to fill my time. So this stream seems like it's going to be coming to an end very soon. It's also May 4th today, which means I've got to be streaming some Star Wars. Oh, I'd still love to see it. Yep, that's pretty much it. So if you haven't already, check out the website. Check out the subreddit, because I think that's where we're required to post from where. And then there are the top 10 the exclamation mark where vote that you can do. Let's see if I can do it here. Oh, that's the voting, like the actual voting. So it's where top 10, right? Yeah. Yeah, check out some of the other submissions because the voting does ask for a second option to vote on. Okay, there she goes. And if you ask me, not that you are, but I would love to see Prismo Labs has a fantastic concept and idea and pitch. So I'm voting for them as my number 2 because I gotta vote. I gotta vote for my team, right? Yeah. So thank you guys for the follows. I saw that Too Soon followed as well. I didn't call him out because he jumped into the voice chat and then it was too late. Yeah. Hashtag stream goals. Yeah. I'm sure I'll be back on later for some Star Wars, but thank you guys for stopping in and checking it out and being curious. And, the information is everywhere if you want to know more. You can also contact any of these members for questions. They're all on Discord. Where did it go? No. There we go. There they are. And I do have a Discord of my own. I'm not sure if that's popped up anywhere. Typing on the wrong keyboard. Clearly, it's been a long enough stream. Bada boom, because why not? And yeah, all right. We'll see you guys later. Have a great rest of your night. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave this going just for the heck of it. And we're going to say we're not going to be starting soon, but just enjoy the music. Go try the demo. Go try it. Have a great night, everyone. I changed my mind. I'm finishing it.